Hello there from THORPE Park. We are here for the Ghost Train VIP event. What are you expecting from the reimagined Ghost Train here at THORPE Park?
I don't know. I honestly do not know. I know I was discussing on the way down. I was just like, I don't know. I don't know what to expect, because the work that Merlin have done to the curse, well, something like this would be incredible. I don't know if the train's still going to be there or anything like that. So it is just going to be all new to say, how is this going to work? And I honestly cannot wait to go and experience it.
Agreed. So I was having a look on the website earlier, and now it says there's nothing virtual about this experience. So from that, straight away we can tell that the virtual reality stuff's been taken away, and it says that we'll come face to face with our fears and untold horror. I believe it says something like that. So I believe there's going to be live actors. I believe there's going to be some jump scares. I believe it's going to be story led, and that is why I'm looking forward to it. I think it is going to be like a walkthrough version of what we've seen with the Curse at Alton Manor, but with obviously the Ghost Train theme. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think the UK needs like a new Ghost Train type attraction. Obviously it's not a traditional sit in a car and be wheeled round a Ghost Train, but Alton Towers have got that covered with the Curse of Alton Manor. So I think Thorpe, like they've always done, are doing something a little bit different, something out of the box, and hopefully it's going to be as good as I'm expecting, because I think it is going to be a great night tonight to preview it, but also I think it's going to be a great attraction for THORPE Park. And I think a lot of people will have a lot of interest in this over the year.
Agreed.
Yeah, good stuff. So preview event, it starts in about half an hour. We don't know what exactly we'll be able to film, whether we'll be able to film the walkthrough or just bits of it, all of it, we really don't know. But what we will do is we will do a review and we'll cover it in depth, won't we?
Yeah, we'll talk all about it.
Yeah, definitely. So let's go.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Just obviously to introduce myself to those that don't know me, my name's Neil Poulter, the Divisional Director here at THORPE Park, and I've got Kieran Smith here with me, the writer and the director of the new Ghost Train here at THORPE Park. So firstly, thank you for all coming along to tonight's event. We're thrilled to have you all here at THORPE Park for our exclusive preview event. You'll be the very first guest to experience this season's most exciting new edition, Ghost Train. The next generation of Ghost Train has been a long time in the making, and we're delighted to finally be able to open the gates to the station and get the first batch of unsuspecting guests, and that'll be you, on board.
Now, there are rumours that our Ghost Train was created in the fiery pits of hell. And I'm here to tell you that that rumour is true. Our Ghost Train was indeed dragged kicking and screaming into the world by a small army of demons. Demons who walk amongst us. Demons who portray themselves as creatives, directors, designers, programmers, themers, technicians, painters, operators, and the most dangerous of all demons, actors.
Enjoy your evening here with us. We can't wait to hear what you think. In addition to this and the rides that are available today, I'm pleased to say that Colossus is also available for you today, which I'm sure is a welcome treat. But enjoy your evening. Over to you, Kieran.
Now the time has come for one question for you. Would you like to leave or take the last train?
The last train.
You sure?
Yes.
You want to take the last train?
Yes.
Then, it is their choice, Mr. Poulter. It's time for our guests to take the last train.
So without further ado, let's get this train on the track. Ghost Train at THORPE Park is officially open.
We've had two walkthroughs of the new Ghost Train attraction here at THORPE Park. You're probably thinking, Scott, where's the footage from inside? On tonight's media event, there is no filming inside the attraction, and having been in there twice, I can understand why, because if we filmed it, we'd literally give everything away. It's good, and it's difficult to describe it. I think I'm going to leave Mark to that, but I think...
Thanks, mate.
I think what we'll do is we'll talk you through what happens. So there might be some spoilers, we're not going to give everything away. So firstly, you will remember how Darren Brown started with the screen. Darren was there, he gave you, we're talking like nearly 7 years since I went on it, so I couldn't tell you what it was about.
He talked about how it was his Ghost Train and how he was you know, we all love to be scared, things like that, which is obviously understandable. This, it's a different kind of ambience, I want to say, that they do it in, and there's like nice little touches. You've got like a train board showing you times of trains, has nod to the past with like Amity Cove.
Inferno Centre was on the board, I noticed.
Canada Creek.
Yeah.
You know, and they talk it through, and they talk you through the journey that you're going to go on. And I think that's best how to describe it, as a journey.
Yeah.
So you do follow like if you've done Derren Brown, you follow exactly the same route.
Yes.
However, there's parts of it that they've changed.
Yeah.
Like when you go out of it, you go next bit up the stairs, there's like a weather report.
Yeah.
You know, and news and stuff.
Do you know what
like
that reminded me of? I don't know if you ever watched it, Mark. Remember Life on Mars?
Yes.
And Sam Tyler used to sit in his room, and on the telly, it'd come on with like random news reports, and it'd be relevant to the story of the episode. It was a bit like that, how at first it just seemed like a normal weather report, and then all of a sudden it's very relevant to what you're going to experience. And also there was like a news report, again, it was relevant without telling you this is going to happen. It was more like, oh, you may experience this or that.
Yeah, it's going to be very gloomy, because basically the storyline is that you go down into like, I want to say like a catacomb type crypt area, and that's how it's portrayed to you, that you're going on this train journey to here. And obviously when you get the news reports of gloomy, things are going to get very gloomy for you. Like,
very warm.
Yeah.
So then you sit down on the train, and there's two guards on the train who are like, oh yeah, can we check your tickets, take a seat guys, and all that, and then the story begins.
But like, even like how they've changed the train, because obviously when you did Derren Brown it was very clean.
Yes.
You know, and it was like a subway, whereas this is like a run-down subway.
It's like an old abandoned subway train that you'd say that, I don't know, if you were an urban explorer, let's say, and you went looking on some old train station and found a beaten up old train and it was all rotting. It was kind of like that. What I will say is though, that when you are on there, you don't actually get like dirty hands or dirty clothes or anything. It's just themed to look old and dirty and dingy, let's say. I think the way they've done that's really good.
Yeah.
There is stuff that happens on the train. We did say at the start of the video that it will be story-led with actors. That is definitely the case. I think if I'm going to review it, there's wasn't as many actors as I was expecting, which is actually a good thing, because I think in the environment you're in, if there was too many actors, it would actually be too much. I think what you've got is enough.
Yeah, it's like you are stepping onto a train, because you wouldn't have like 10 conductors or 10 guards on the train.
Lucky to have one these days.
Yeah, but like you've definitely, you've got two, and that's all that's needed. And there's even little nods to it, I don't know whether you picked up on it, to like what's going on, where it's like he says, oh, leave the country driving to like THORPE Park, and he'll dive into the weekend and things like that. And it's just nice to sometimes have a look around, which you are able to do in that first bit.
From there is a part where you are sort of, a bit of the story that you told about in the pre-show then happens when you're on the train. So you then go to this sort of scene where you're off the train, and I'll be honest, people will probably think I'm talking bull when I say this, and oh, you're saying this because you're on the press event. I'm genuinely not. It reminded me of some of the Halloween Horror Night shows that we watched, with the setting and the way that the actors performed was incredibly done. The setting of it is incredible. You're constantly like this, just what's going on, what's going to happen, what's going to happen.
Looking around and like, when it starts flashing, things like that, and it's like, it is really well done.
Yeah, and there's like, again, I'm not going to give it all away, there's a story in there, and there's a moment that will make some people jump, there's no doubt about it. One thing I will say is if you are in there, just make sure you're looking all around you, don't just look forward, because there is stuff happening all around it. From there on, you are then led back to the train, and again there's the two conductors, and then it's very different on there, isn't it? At that point, there's quite a bit going on.
Yeah, it's very, very, what would say, like the darker part of it.
Yeah.
Like, where it's obviously what's happened, and they explain, and obviously it takes a turn at that point without giving it all away. And it's very well done. I like it when, like, obviously the lines go out with no I'm not going to give much away there. We're just saying the lights go out, and you have like, have you ever walked out of Curse at Alton Manor? You know, like when it goes dark in like the pre-show and that,
yeah.
you can see stuff written up and all
yeah.
in the wall. Honestly, they really have thought of everything on it.
I'm really sorry that we can't show you inside the attraction, but like obviously on Friday nights, media night, you can see everything that we do. But I understand Thorpe's position on this, because if in this video or if Theme Park Worldwide's video or in Attraction Source is right up, or Jack Silkstone's videos, if you saw it all, you've done it. It's one of them where I think once you've done it once or twice, you've done it. So I don't think, if we were showing you everything in this video now, I think you'd be like, well, maybe don't need to go to Thorpe because I've seen what's going to happen. So I completely understand why there's no filming in there tonight. Moving on now, anyway, we'll talk about it a little bit more. We've probably got time to do it once more in a bit. They've actually opened Colossus tonight, which is the first time it's been open since 2022. Whilst we walk over to Colossus, I've just remembered something whilst we were chatting off camera, is that in the end bit of the attraction, if you are familiar with Thorpe Park Fright Nights, particularly recent Thorpe Park Fright Nights, there is some really good Easter eggs about platform 15, the old maze that used to be here. There's like a story about the sleeper train, and there's images of the actors and, well, illustrations of the actors, and just a little story about it, and I think it ties in really nicely. It's a nice nod to a bit of Thorpe Park heritage there. Think of Colossus then, Mark?
It's nice to get back on it.
Oh, just nearly fell over.
Must have been a bottle top.
Yeah, a bottle top or something. Or a slippy floor out of a shop. Sorry, Mike. Walk on, mate.
It was, you know, closest front row. It's all right.
Should we just stand still? It's a bit wobbly.
The closest front row is. I genuinely enjoyed the coaster. New track.
You can tell it's new.
You can tell it's new, and you can literally feel it that you are over the new track, and hopefully next year or so with
bit more
done, it'll ride like new.
You can tell the difference. It's like there's a bit of a vibration, and then you go over the new track, it stops. You go back onto the old track, it starts again.
Yeah.
Also worth noting that Thorpe Park are now doing their VIP coaster climbs, so I believe Colossus and Swarm at the minute are the ones available there on their website. I'm going to book the Colossus one, I think. Have a look into Project Exodus's site. You know, we're coaster enthusiasts, we're nosy, that's what we do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be good to get up there and have a look. I've done the Nemesis Inferno lift climb here in 2017. That was ace, so I need to book another one. I think they're 65 quid.
I think so.
Yeah, it's decent that, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
it's a good price to be fair, like.
But yeah, Colossus, it was good to get back on it, and you can tell the difference with the track. Here we are on the car park of Thorpe Park Resort. We've had one more walk through, haven't we?
Yeah.
Any final thoughts on it?
You know what? It's a significant improvement on Darren Brown.
Yep.
It's good. It's interactive. It's got some nods to the past if you know, if you like your history of Thorpe Park, or you're just a general enthusiast, you can literally go through it and point little things like there's nods to platform 15 in there, and you can have a look at it, and it's just, and even like, I didn't notice them the first two times, whether that's just because I was trying to take everything else in, but the smell pods halfway through literally match where you are.
Yeah, they are. They do, yeah.
It is absolutely incredible. You're like, wow, where am I here? Because the attention to detail that they've put into that attraction, unbelievable.
So it made me laugh the first time we went through, and I noticed the smell pod straight away. Got quite sensitive smell, and it was quite funny. There was a couple of people behind me, and someone went, "Is this what death smells like?" I'm like, "I don't know, mate. I'm not sure. I've not been there yet." But yeah, the smell pods are excellent.
Yeah.
Overall, I think it's a really good attraction. I think it's a massive improvement on Derren Brown's. One thing I do hope that they do is, like, obviously not this year, but next year, I hope they tweak it again, and then the year after that, tweak it again, and then the year after that. You know, I hope they keep tweaking it, and
so it just refreshes it.
yeah, it doesn't have to be like a massive story change. Just thinking like change on the scripting and just little bits here and there that I'd like change every year. But I'm not saying it needs to change every week. It's just a long-term sort of hope for it. But all in all, it was good. I would have liked to be able to show you more of the evening, but we've sort of just gone with the talking review. No one's been able to film inside. Like we were saying before, it's totally understandable given the circumstances that if we were allowed to film, you'd see the whole thing and it'd just completely give it away. So completely understand the no filming inside. So all I can say is I can apologise for not getting more footage from outside of everything, but I hope the review has done it justice. And big thanks to THORPE Park for inviting us. We always have a good time at THORPE Park. Be back in a couple of weeks, no doubt. Get some rides on Stealth. And yeah, just enjoy THORPE Park in the summer because it's always a good time. There's the Mardi Gras event ongoing at the minute. Like I said before, there's coaster climbs. Hopefully they'll bring the Soar behind the scenes tour back. And then you've got the carnival event and then Fright Nights, of course. So plenty going on here at THORPE Park. That's all for now. If you found this video any good or informative, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Many thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.